everybody, I did a recent post on setting and accomplishing goals, and I'm really serious about making that happen this year. One of my goals for my blog is to do more video posts, and it is as uncomfortable as I imagined it would be, but I feel like video is a really good format for teaching, and I love to teach, especially about stuff that I believe in. So as a photographer, I get asked a lot of photography questions, a lot of questions about photo tips and things like that. And some of them are recurring. One that I get often is, what do you use to organize your photos and how do you do that? And then I also get asked, how do you back your photos up? Where do you back them up? And then I also get asked, where do you print your photos and what kinds of things do you print them on and how do you display them in your home? So I decided to put together a free class. It's totally free, and in it we're going to cover loading your photos onto your computer. Make sure you're loading them all into the same place so that you can find them all. We're going to talk about how and where to back them up. I have a pretty good system for that to make sure that I don't lose any of my photos, and I actually double back up all of my photos. So we'll talk about that and the system that I use and the companies that I trust to do that. We'll also talk about how to organize all of your digital photos so that it's not so overwhelming. When I finally sat down to do this after like 6 years of digital photo mess, I was super overwhelmed and I didn't want to do it. But when I finally sat down and I came up with this system, it's super easy. Anyone can do it. So we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. And it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. Then we're also going to talk about what types of photos to print so that you're actually telling the story of your family and the memories that you want to keep track of through your photos. So we'll talk about what are the best kind of photos to print for that. We're also going to talk about ways to display those photos in your home. I will have examples for my own home of ways that I display photos, and I display a ton of photos in my house on the walls. We're also going to talk about albums and photo books and all of that kind of stuff to display in your house, and I'll have samples of all that stuff so you can see it and look at it and touch it and feel it. I know people don't like to get things they've never seen before, so I'll have some examples of that and really good systems for making sure you're actually like displaying the photos that you take. We're also going to talk about where the best places are to print those photos. There is a difference of where you print a picture, but it may not be what you think it is. So we're going to talk about affordable ways to print photos and some of my favorite places to print my photos. Some of those will be local, and then there's some online resources of where you can print your stuff. And then really fast, we're going to talk about some quick editing tips that I have. We'll talk about my favorite app that I have for editing photos on your phone, and then I'll also show you really quick my system for editing my personal photos before I print them. It's a super simple two-step process, but it makes photos look so much better. So we're going to talk about that. And then at the end, we'll have a question and answer session, so you can ask me whatever you want, whether it's related to the class or not related to the class. You can ask me whatever you want, I guess within some certain boundaries. I'm really excited about this class. I'm putting a ton of work into it. It's going to be full of a lot of helpful information that people ask me about all the time, so I know it's useful. But I also believe that less is more, so I'm only going to teach you what I think you need to know. I'm not going to overwhelm you with information. I really am trying to simplify this so that people actually get it done. I'm 100% invested in your success, and that's why I'm doing this class for free, because I want you to actually do it and learn the information so that you can make it happen with your pictures. I'm going to have some handouts for you to take home, some practical action steps, so that when you get home you'll know where to start and what to do so that you can actually get all this stuff done. So you can look below the video post, get all the details of where and when it is. Bring a friend, someone please show up, or you can come alone. I'm super nice, I promise. If you have any questions, you can email me, and otherwise I hope to see you soon. How do I end these things?